guys. We are MMA UK News, Stoomboy, as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So, talking, I see we've been talking a lot about different events and stuff like that coming up. So, obviously, this show today is brought to you by Northern Submission Series. So, Northern Submission Series is Northeast Premier Grappling show. As I said, I've been fortunate to be at every event, and obviously going to be at the fourth one on March the 18th. So we're looking forward to getting down there, spending some time with the guys, getting to see some top class action across the board. And again, at an absolute brilliant venue, The Point. So The Point, it's been great. I mean, we started off at the Roker Hotel, then we went to The Point, and The Point's been absolutely awesome. Awesome venue, a big venue, mat in the middle. The mat's on a raised platform as well, so we need to watch all the double leg stuff. But it's entertaining. Always a great event. So yeah, my guest today, obviously, Mr. Northern Submission Series, but there's also Ant as well. So
yeah, man,
so the dynamic duo, and Cal. So yeah, Cal Pacino. So Callum Eleanor. So coming out of Northeast Jiu Jitsu. So Cal, as everybody knows, obviously coming from an MMA background. Again, once he started competing and doing Jiu Jitsu comps, he set the world on fire, man. He done absolutely some great stuff so far. We're going to look to see him do a lot more great stuff in the future as well. So Carl, absolute pleasure, brother. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak to me as always.
Always, brother. I always say I always look forward to catching up with you, mate. Back out in action 2 weeks today, actually. Polaris.
Yeah.
Got a big one there. Busy getting the final bits of vital fight prep in there. We're going keeping ready. Nah, I feel super sharp as I see it. I've got a tough match on Polaris. Alex Thompson from AVT, very good gym, big strong guy as well. He's a fair bit bigger than me. But as I say, I'm looking forward to it. I hurt my knee a little bit when I had my last match on Intergrapple. My hamstring had this really loud pinging noise, so I had a bit of a sore knee like last week. So I've had a bit of a chill week, just drilled and floored about. But I always end up, when I have these little weeks off, I always come back and I always seem to be 10 times better. I think I had that little bit of just refreshing my brain when I come back. I just seem to soak more information in and get so much better. So I'm just looking forward to training hard this week and next, and then putting on a big performance on Polaris on my debut, my first time on their show. You know, I've been asking for a long time, so finally get to put it on there.
It's going to be a great event, Polaris. Do you know what I mean? So as you mentioned, it's great for, and it's one thing. I remember me and you always talk, and I always say this. I mean, you should be on the big shows like Polaris, like say your Grapple Fest and so on. So it's only fitting that you're going to be on Polaris in a couple of weeks, and it's going to be brilliant to see, because obviously you come with a different style of grappling that a lot of people have, because a lot of people is traditional jiu-jitsu, whereas obviously you coming from an MMA background can mix it up and put pressure on people like nobody else can.
I try my best, man. As I say, I feel like in my last few matches I've tried to deliberately I've tried to be as chill as possible. I mean, I've been super duper blazed as well, so that's probably helped it. I went in and I just try, like, if you watch my last few matches, I just try and like warm up as the match goes on. You know, I feel like I get a nice sweat on and then I go in and I just try and adapt in there. But I feel like every time, like my match against Jack Armstrong, I tried to. It's the first time I've ever pulled guard in my life, you know, and I know how good he is and how good he is on the legs as well. So I thought, well, if I'm going to pull guard on anyone, he's probably the guy to do it on, because if I'm lazy and I make a mistake, he's going to drop on my legs and probably finishes, you know. So I thought I'll try and play that game and see what I can do then. So I showed that side. I played off my back a bit then. Then, as I say, I was happy to, when I had Jay Paul, he's from London Grapple. I know he's good on the legs, so I thought I would play on the legs a bit with him, same as I did against Bart, you know. And then, as I say, like the Stephen Hooper, who's an MMA guy, so I thought I'd stand with him a bit, and then I thought we were going to have a bit of a wrestle off, and I ended up taking him down with like it's kind of like I went to shoot and he kind of half pulled, so I ended up just turning the corner a bit. It was like a pretty easy takedown there, and I ended up choking him. But I feel like every time I'm finally starting to show me composure and show me level now, you know. So I feel like I should have a lot of big wins and big performances, even if it's not a win. I think this year is going to be the breakthrough year that really gets my name in the mix, you know.
Yeah, that's one thing as well, win or lose. And I always say this to you, and I say this to other people as well. I mean, I have never seen you in a bowling matchup. It doesn't. I've not seen it. Do you know what I mean? It might have happened. I've not seen it. many matches, but
Right, I think me more of a stalemate one was probably the Francesco Bortoletta match. Just style wise as well, Bort's really good off his back, tricky, hard to pass, and it's hard to get stuff going on him. So I feel like it was a split decision loss. I lost the decision. I thought I might have nicked it. I know he thought I might have nicked it, and a few other people did. I know Tomo did. But as I say, I couldn't grumble. I wasn't asked. I wasn't bothered that I lost because it's just one of them. But
yeah,
I feel like I've always got the potential to be in a really good match though, because as I see it, like it's when it comes down to taking risks and jumping about and trying to finish somebody from somewhere stupid, I'm your guy. I feel like me and Lewis Penny. I feel like he's another guy that kind of rolls like me. That's why I love having him on our events and
yeah,
having him on, because that's what I feel like it's about. I feel like too many people get scared to lose. Not even about trying to finish. Just too many people get scared to lose, and I think that
yeah,
kind of makes jiu-jitsu a bit of a boring one sometimes. So that's why I feel like when people have got that mindset where they're constantly attacking, like as I was just talking about Tom Tovey earlier, he's another one, super fast paced. He'll jump for stuff. He'll try and make stuff happen, and I feel like that's what people want to see. So that's
yeah.
what I try and base my style on anyway, just pushing the pace and trying to get a finish in.
Yeah, you mentioned Bart as well. I mean, that was Bart's game, though. Bart's game's to frustrate you as an opponent and not let you play your game. Do you know what I mean? So Bart, well, I love Bart. I love seeing him on social media because he always talks about he's the decision king. so, so, but that's his game. His game's just to frustrate you, put you off your game, and not let you play your own game. So then you're drawn into his game, and then for him to
Making a
just whether,
mistake.
yeah,
Or
yeah.
if you make a mistake, he's nasty on the legs, like, as I say as well. Like he's got a really good leg lock game. So if you do get frustrated and try and pass with some shit, he's gonna catch you. So he's good at what he does. Definitely, I enjoy. I mean, I'm a friend of him. I really like him. I've got him a good
Yeah,
match on this on my next show. You know what I mean? On
yeah,
my
yeah.
next event in Sunderland. He's got a tough one. Then he's 1-1-1. I think, if I'm not mistaken, with his opponent. So that's
Hmm.
a fun one for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Miguel's awesome. As I say, Miguel Alvarez, his game's really picked up since. Don't get me wrong, he was always good. He was always really, really
Yeah.
good, and then obviously went down training full time with Drake. And yeah, his games fucking went through the roof. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to be a very, very good matchup. That's one match before we came on here. I was talking about that's the one I'm looking forward to seeing. So and just seeing what happens in that.
Kev McLean and Jack Tyler. That's
Yeah,
another
yeah,
crack. I think that's a
yeah,
fun one.
yeah,
I've got a lot of guys coming over from Sweden as well.
yeah.
Ola Nassen, who's fighting Reese Duran. I think that
Hmm.
could be a fun one. From what I've seen at Ola Nassen, he looks really nasty on the legs, especially footlocks and stuff. Um, I think it's gonna be sick. And as I say, we've got the 70 kilo tournament that we haven't announced who the competitors are yet, which I
Yeah.
said to you, but I can say it on live now if you want us to. I mean,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
we've got an 8-man 70 kilo tournament, Northern Submission Series 4, and there's 3 purple belts, which are Amanda Lim, Max Ashton, and Louis Finn from Innovation. Then we've got 5 black belts: Tom Tovey, Shawnee Stewart, Kieran Brohan, Kieran Devlin, and Tommy Yip. It's going to be absolutely fantastic, and I cannot wait to see who gets to the final and wins that, because then they're going to be crowned our first 70 kilo champion at Northern Submission Series. So
Nice,
we're very
nice.
excited about that.
Yeah. Tommy Yip, man, I absolutely love Tommy. I've known Tommy for years, going back to like my days at Gracie Baja. I think we were like 2014, 15. And do you know what I mean? Always loved seeing him. I think he was a blue belt at that point, and obviously seen him grown over the years. Do you know what I mean? And he's, as you said earlier, he's a superstar. Do you know what I mean?
He
So
is. He is. I think he thinks I'm a lunatic every time I talk to him. He just laughs. But I'm like, no. I just tell him as it is. I'm like, mate, you're fucking great. Like, I think you are the shit. I love
yeah,
watching him roll. His style's wicked and loads of cool. As he said, he messages. I said to him the other day, I says, you're the man. I love watching you roll. And he's like, I sometimes good cool shit happens in my matches. I'm like, every match. It's like that's what it's about. I want to see him compete. I think him versus Amanda Lim will be a war if that comes out. I'm going to do the draws on the night by picking them out the hat again.
nice.
So hopefully we'll see some absolute wild ones there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A man as well. A man is, I know he's wearing a purple belt, but Yeah, his level is far higher than a purple belt. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
So,
for sure.
and he's there. He's there. Like when he comes in, it's quite funny to see him because he comes in and you look at him and you think, and it's that thing. You look at people and you think, what's he going to do? And then a man comes in and just fucking wipes the floor with people.
He's a monster.
Yeah,
He's a monster. He's been well. If you remember his match with Abraham Dannon on the last show, that was war. You know, like
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah,
He's really good. He's a really fun one to have on. As I say, there's still matches yet to be announced as well. We've got some good ones coming out.
yeah,
But as I say, it's going to be a wicked event. We're buzzing for it, mate. And I've got a good one on Grapplefest as well. Actually, I'm on Grapplefest April the 1st.
yeah,
Back on there.
yeah.
I can't even remember who I've got. I've had that many matches, mate, in my
Let me
mind.
check because I know that I know they posted it.
Um,
They posted it
no,
up. So, but
Connor, yeah, Connor. I can't remember because he's actually a really nice guy. Because my last matches I've been focused on that much. I completely put Grapplefest in the bottom of my mind.
yeah,
Uh,
but
you know
yeah.
what I'm like, yes. I smoke too much time.
um, but yeah, Grapple Fest as well. I mean, that Grapple Fest that you're going to be on is again another unbelievable event that they've put on. So, and there's a lot of unbelievable matches. Obviously, guys coming over from America, B Team as well. Obviously, not
Yeah.
B Team, sorry, a couple of Gordon Ryan's guys coming over. Oh, sorry, John Danaher, should I say?
Yeah.
So, and Big Dave Weston, the
Big
the
Davey, who's Big Dave got?
Adam Ellis. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
So,
I won
so
by Boogie Choke on the last one, didn't he?
yeah. So that'll be a tasty matchup, that one. So obviously, big shout out to the King of the Black Country, obviously Northern Submission
Black,
Series champion. So
the
uh,
black, the Black Country Shagger, Big Davey. That's the boy. I've got all the love in the world for Davey, mate. He's a good
mate,
friend of ours, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, he's an awesome guy. I said again, I think I spoke to Dave. First started speaking to him, I think it was last year, Grapple Fest. I did an interview with him. I think we've interviewed him a couple of times now, and every time I see him, he's such an awesome guy. Do you know what I mean? He'll make time to come over and say hello and have a chat and stuff like that. And he loves that King of the Black Country. Right? He loves that, man. He's like, man, that's the fucking best nickname ever. So, and that obviously came about through Northern Submission Series when he came out. We were talking about him, what was it, the King of the Black Country, and the black belt killer, obviously your boy, Big Aiden. So,
Big Woodlouse.
so, so yeah, that was unbelievable. How's Aiden anyway? How's his foot?
He's fucking mental. He's rolling again now. He's in the gym rolling and teaching PTs again. He's doing really good, mate. As I say, he's from where he was having his tibia and fibia completely destroyed.
Yeah.
He's flying. He's back in the gym. He's going to compete this year. He's talking about doing ADCZ trials. Madman.
Yeah, that was a guy. I remember, because obviously we were commentating. We cut the commentary off, cut the video off, and everything. And like he was chilling, man. He was on the mat, just chilling, man, like that, drinking beer and stuff like that, waiting on the medics coming. And do you know what I mean? And you would never even have known, even when it happened, because me and you were sitting there like, what's happened? Like, we heard the pop, right? But we couldn't see what had happened. And then it wasn't until he moved, we were like, oh shit. Do you know what I mean? So
bye. Oh,
yeah,
brutal. Horrendous. The noise just doesn't leave me my mind, you know, and hear it. And I've watched the video. It's had nearly 8 million views, and I think 1 million of them are me. But it always seems to, as soon as I put my phone on, the bit's just there. Instantly, through discretion, doesn't give you time to react. Just snaps it. Oh god.
yeah,
But as I see, he's doing really well. You know, he is, but and it's good to see because he's a great lad. You know, as I say, he's not got a bad bone in his body.
yeah,
And as I say, like he's doing awesome, so it's good to see. But Dave Weston's got the show that we've got coming up now, March 18th. Obviously, there's a 4-man tournament. We've got
yeah,
guy from we've got a Swedish guy, Welsh guy and 2 English lads, and the winner of that tournament's going to be the one who faces Dave on Northern Submission Series 5. So it's
Yeah,
going to be exciting.
yeah.
It's going to be very good.
As we see that, yeah. So we got is it Jacob Niski, Oscar Zvels,
Uh,
Mitch Good, and Damon
Dry,
Lake.
yeah. Damon Lake, do you know him? Have you seen Damon compete or not?
Nah, I'll need to have a look for Damon. So obviously the other three I do, but Damon I'll have a look at.
Else from Revolution,
Right,
Steve O'Keefe's place.
right,
It looks like
yeah,
a bit of a. To be fair, I think he's a big, strong guy. Like big, strong. I think he's a brown belt. I
yeah,
think he's. I think he could be a silent assassin. You know, I think people like that normally the ones who surprise everyone in these kind of things. So it would be good to see who Dave gets next. Essentially, you know.
yeah. I'm a big Mitch Good fan. A big Mitch Good fan. I love seeing Mitch. He's under 100 kilos as well. Man, I'm sure what's he fight at? He fights at welterweight, middleweight.
Really.
So under 100 kilo, man, that's a big difference. So, but yeah, normally he's MMA, yeah, under welterweight. So
Right.
that's a
To be fair, if it's anything to go off, if I was fighting at welterweight, I'd probably walk around mid-90s, like.
yeah,
But,
yeah. So yeah, but there's also who was the other match I was looking at? Obviously Will K on as well. Will K put on some amazing performances. So um, obviously Josh Swainston, Amy Durrance, and Aaron Wilson. Two unbelievable. I mean, Aaron obviously with all the flying stuff. Amy, we've seen Amy on Northern Submission Series, and yeah, do you know what I mean?
Amy's
Just
my favourite. I actually told her this the other day. Amy's one of my favourite female competitors to watch. I think I just love watching her scrap. She's really fun. She's game as they come, and you get she's going to come in. She's 110% trying to finish you, and I think what fighting is. I don't think if you're not trying to finish, you're not trying to fight.
yeah,
I understand winning, and people only ever see the W next to the name. I kind of get that as well, but that's never the way. I didn't really think that matters. I think what you'll be remembered from is from the wars, and I think that's what she brings. She's so fun, and as I say, she's gonna come. She's give us our word. We're gonna come up and she wants to do an Ironman with us when she comes up. So we're gonna have a little scrap there. We're gonna
yeah,
wrestle. We're get in. Big shout out to Amy.
yeah. And then obviously one of your old opponents, Big Will Snell, up against the Hammer,
Well,
Amadeus.
big Will is out, and I've got a replacement which is confirmed. Connor Campbell's trying to jump in. Connor
Nice.
Campbell from Drag.
Yeah.
And as I say, he's fighting Hammer the Hammer. I think that's going to be a fun one. Two different styles. And I'm excited to see obviously how Connor is since he's been to Drag. I know he's been there a fair bit, but when last time I seen him, he was from elsewhere.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see changes in his game because I think for his style, I think that's probably the best place for him to be. I think the way Ash and Josh are working with the lads and Tom Barry, I think that's a good place for him. I think he's going to be really successful from there.
Yeah.
Got a lot of time for Connor. He's a great guy.
Yeah. And then one of my boys is coming down, Taylor McCann.
Monster.
Yeah, man. Listen, anybody that sees Taylor's obviously a high level wrestler. Used to train when he was younger with Mohammed Mokayev and obviously all the guys that trained together at that point. So you're talking about some of the top wrestlers that came out the UK. And Taylor was part of that crew. So yeah, man, you're going to see. I was telling Taylor as well because we were talking about it, and I said, Taylor, it's a raised platform. So see when you do takedowns, be careful. Do you know what I mean?
I'm disqualified. I actually wanted these mats to be another square foot around it, or however much. I'm shit with maths, mate. I'm the maths guy. But the whatever the measurement, I want one more set, even if it was just two more, like one edge and one edge. I think when we change venue, like because we're going to branch out. I think we're talking about international shows. We're looking at Dubai. We've got big plans, but I would like to get a little bit more staging and try and make it a little bit bigger. But as I say, it's one of them. It's like you make the match bigger, people are still going to get off them. It's like, how big can you make it? You know, it's like, it's 36 square meters, really. Was it square foot? You tell me. I don't know.
Foot. I think it's foot. Yeah.
Foot, 36 square foot. What you call a space. And it's like, mate, it's one of them. It's like, realistically, the referees are going to be around the outsides anyway. And if you deliberately ram someone off the mats to try and think of them, then you're gonna get yourself canned anyway. If you roll off to get out of a sub, you get a warning, you do it again. It's the same deal. You know what I mean? It's the same crack as whatever.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna run people off the mats there because there's a chance of injury, and then it's spoil it for everyone else. So
Yeah.
but it's one of them. But I'm super excited for that match because that's going to be sick. I haven't really seen much of Tommy as such, but I know he's from a good gym and I'm friends with his coach, and I know that's going to. He wouldn't put him in if he wasn't going to be what he's saying. He's because asked for a higher belt. So then I said, actually, well, I've got the perfect guy for you. I said, I've got someone the same belt, but it's the same situation. Like he's a big, strong guy who's going to be a hard work to handle. So it's a fair contest, you know.
Yeah. I always wind Taylor up because Taylor's a no-gi guy, right? And
Yeah.
when it comes to grading, right, he'd never get, because obviously he's blue belt and above level. So, but when it comes to grading, he never gets his blue belt. I'm like, mate, you need to put a gi on to get the blue belt. He's like,
That's it.
I've worn a gi once. He's only ever worn a gi once. And he's like, never again. So.
It is. Well, you always hear loads of MMA guys like mocking the gi and that, but then you'll see them getting graded at seminars and shit. Like it's like, well, what? You know, why you just do the fucking gi if you want a gi grade, then do the gi. Otherwise, then it get graded. You know?
Yeah. And then another great match you've got, Mr. Hardlife himself,
Big Mooch,
Big Mooch.
He's wearing a big chain on that poster, didn't he?
Yes.
He's a gangster.
Yeah, but him and Mo Coles, man, that's a awesome match as well.
Well, I normally, as you know, like I'm the matchmaker for the show. I normally do all the matches, but I'm put two together for this one. He got a guy. He put Mo Coles and Mooch together, and he put there's a guy coming over from Ireland. I've never seen him compete, but I think Ant knows him, so he's given a guy from Ireland to come over a shot as well. Against one of Sean Matthews' guys, and I know Sean Matthews' guy is really good, so that should be a good one as well. But as I say, we've got some really fun ones. As I say, there's still yet matches to be announced. I'm still waiting for a couple of posters off our graphic designer as well.
Yeah.
Pardon me. So as soon as they come, it's going to be awesome, mate. I can't wait to put them out because I just want people to see the standard that this next is going to be at. You know, I think we've announced probably just over half, so we've got still like half the card to announce.
Yeah. Listen, guys, March the 18th. Do you know what I mean? So Northern Semester tickets. I mean, make sure you get tickets for this because
people still left as well. They'll probably go. They'll probably go soon. But as I say, there's still two left for now. And as I say, there's standard tickets. It's £25 on the door, £20 if you get a ticket, which is fine. I think that's very affordable for everyone. Which keep it as low cost for everyone. We're not trying to make all the money in the world. We're just trying to get our event off the ground. And so come and support us. Come and see. Especially if you're a fan of the Northeast Mint. Come and support the Northeast. But other than that, just come and help a show run by a couple of normal lads. You know, as I say, we're not trying to be anything. We're not. We're just two lads who love Jiu Jitsu. We love the sport, and we're really trying to build something special and give like kids who wouldn't get the chance for a spotlight a chance to become a brand and build themselves. You know, like that's my main thing with it anyway. That's what I always thought. I always thought like I would box back in the day when I was a kid, and I would beat people, and the week later to be on the England team, and I'd just smoke them the week before, you know. And we always get overlooked. So for my thinking was make something huge in the Northeast, build some stars, and give everyone else the spotlight, and give them the chance to be someone. So that's our aim with the show. I'm trying to really be like just a completely different thing in our own league, and really make this special for everyone.
Yeah. Got a comment coming in. Our favourite Geordie, Alfie Binion. So just saying, be there or be square, not one to be missed. Can't wait for the legendary Stoomboy commentary as well. I love Alfie because me and Alfie.
I commentary fucking Bunyan, eh?
Well, yeah, it should be Carl as well. But absolutely love Alfie because Alfie Look at this guy. Look at this guy. um, what a guy, man. What a guy.
Oh shit! Oh,
but
you happy brother? No.
but yeah, Alfie's brilliant. As I said, Alfie's brilliant to watch. Get a great style of
Yeah.
grappling to see. So,
Mhm.
and he always sends me some crazy videos. So we send videos back, not like funny videos, just back and forward, man. And honestly,
He's a
just
good laugh. He's a good laugh.
yeah, he definitely is. He definitely is. So, Alfie, hopefully you're going to be there watching it. You're going to be there, or you're going to be watching it somewhere. So,
Mhm.
um,
He
what
should be
about
there.
pay per
Hopefully
view, Cal?
the boys come over. Tell them to bring the boys and come and support us.
Yeah,
Get the show on, man. It's going to be
definitely.
good for the Northeast, this mate. As I say, like, if you are a grappler in the Northeast, then you support Jiu Jitsu and you're not there, then you're missing out, mate. Because as I say, come and support us now. Because as I say, there's the plans for our future. Like I've had kids messaging us left, right, and centre for matches. Kids not following the page. It's like, mate, like there's one way to get on. Yeah, competing's awesome. Get out there, have some matches, great. But just supporting us as well. That's more important to us. If you're supporting us, following our page, sharing our post, stuff like that, they're the people who get noticed. They're the people who get looked after. Like
Yeah,
we've got something come on board there with us. I'm not going to give too much away about it yet. But we've got some people involved with us now, and it's really gonna the show's only gonna head one way. And as I say, those who have helped us, the Will Kears, the Reese Durans, your Josh Swainsons, the Dave Westons, they're like, so these people who Wade and Woodleys, they who have been there every time, they don't miss a show, they share and
yeah,
everything, even when it's nothing involved with them. They're the people who we're going to be looking after when we are in a position to pay people properly for competing in our show. Who do you think the first people we're going to be wanting to look after the most? That's my aim. I think if I can get this vision to where I want it to be, I want to pay every single person on the card. I want to make sure like everyone's looked after properly, not just the staff, not just everyone, the competitors, whether you're a white belt on the card, you get paid. That's my aim, and that's what I'm looking to build this year. That's my plan. So support us now, and it'll come back and pay dividends for them. So
yeah.
get involved and support us.
Definitely, I'd say definitely the premier show in the northeast. So, and yeah, I mean it's amazing. Obviously, you got big plans. I mean, you got big plans, and it's
Big,
going to
big.
be brilliant to see. And that's the thing. I mean, see when you and Ant you get together, and do you know what I mean? Because I remember you did the first show, and you're like, Stu, the next one's going to be even bigger. And then we end up at the point. Do you know what I mean? And it was like, wow. Do you know what I mean? And you're seeing the evolution just from one event to the second one, and seeing where it was at, and then obviously knowing that is grown and grown, and it's only going to get bigger and go better.
My head the whole time, Stu, me, even years back as a kid when I was young, this is what I wanted to do. I've always wanted to put a show on. Always, like, as I was saying to you earlier, like I'd planned on doing this for years, and I bottled it and I bottled it and I bottled it, and I never did it. And I was going to do it with another one of my friends, and it just never came around. And we'd always talk about it. And I was sat in the gym and I was talking about it in the gym, and I was talking to Ant about it, and Ant went, well, if he's not doing it with you anymore, like if you all want to do it, I'll jump on board and I'll do it with you. So I
Yeah,
says, fuck, why not? Let's do it. And we took a chance and we made it happen, and it's went from there. And now, Stoomboy, man, honestly, the plans that I've got for this is mainstream. I want to
yeah,
take this all the way. And now the people who are involved with us, we definitely can. Like without a shadow of doubt, we are going to do it. So
yeah,
as I say, just support us now, mate. And as I say, you're a fully fledged member of the team now, mate. You're stuck with us now. With the stray cat that you fed, and you were stuck with. But as I say, mate, we really we've got a solid team, mate. Yourself. Dave Weston's got a couple of lads who come up and do bits for us now and working it.
yeah,
We've got a solid team of good people around us, mate, and it's only gonna breed success for sure.
yeah. Big shout out as well to the pay-per-view guy, Sean. So,
Uh,
is he still going to? Is he going to be doing it this time again?
I'm not sure, mate. I need to speak to him, see what's what, mate. I mean, I know he's super busy, I mean, we're still
Yeah,
struggling a lot of the footage back from the other shows, and I keep getting messages, and I don't want to pester him too much about that, but I've tried to get some of them. So as soon as I can get some of that, that'll be awesome, and we'll have a big crack and see what we can sort for the next event. I mean, it is something that we will be doing. We will put another stream on for sure, just for those who can't make it. There's quite a few people sign on to it, so it is. it's spreading awareness of our show, isn't it? Really, so we're definitely going to do it again. I need to bring really, but as I say, we've got a six squad of people around us, mate. You know, everyone there's mental, and as they're play, you know, me and Ant obviously front and centre.
Yeah, listen, it's brilliant. I mean, it's always a party when we're down there. Do you know what I mean? It's
Oh,
always a
mate,
party.
I kidnapped Dave Weston and the boys last time, and we ended up at some house in Silksworth all night. You know, like till the next day. You know, I did the same thing when we went to Ireland. I got
Yeah,
him when we were competing on Chaos. I was co-main event fighting Jack Armstrong. The fight above mine was a 120 kilo gi match, black belts, and one of them couldn't make. One of them was twisting about the agreement, saying it was meant to be 120, and the other one was said, no, it's ultra heavy. There's no weight, and he was a bit heavier, a few kilo heavier, so he wasn't going to do it. So I said, Andy Chapman, well, Andy, if I beat Jack Armstrong, just throw the gi over the fence. I'll put the gi on, and I'll fight the 120 kilo black belt, who's the heavy one, and I'll fight him for the heavyweight title as well. And Andy said, would you? And I says, fucking damn right I would, mate. So I says, ring him. So Andy rang him, and we didn't get it sorted. So I says, wait, why didn't you speak to Dave Weston? Yeah, Dave Weston's on the card. Give him bump his match to a title match, you know. And so then they ended up fucking giving Dave Weston the title match instead. So Dave Weston is now the Chaos champion as well, same as me. So hopefully we're both defending on that May card as well.
yeah,
Get
yeah.
there, baby.
That's brilliant. I know you because that's the kind of thing we talked about. You did this at with me the UAE. Was it the what was the Abu Dhabi Pro where you went in and fought the guy and the guy was like ridiculous weight and you're like, I don't give a fuck about weight and all that stuff. If there's somebody there standing in front of me, let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Hell yeah. I thought that what's going to be the most gangster shit ever. Imagine I beat Jack Armstrong and they flung a gi over the fence and some 120 kilo monster come in black belt. And imagine that, even if I got smoked, that's still gangster. No, imagine I smoked in fucking double gangster. Imagine I had that two belts the same night, two different massive divisions between them.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, that's what gets me fired up, boy. You know, I was gutted to be honest. Yeah, so we didn't get the chance to date, like, so we just.
yeah.
But as I say, I kidnapped him that night. We had a good party then as well. We ended up in a mad place, you know. So hopefully, as I say, Dave Weston and the boys roll for this one. We'll have a full send off March 18th.
Listen, I remember like down at the last one. I remember we were waiting to go into the venue and we were all chatting and some of the stories that were going about, which obviously we can't talk about. But some of the stuff that we were talking about, just saying, "Oh, remember we did this with Carl and this, that, and the next thing, man." And I was in hysterics, man, the whole day just listening to this stuff.
We have a good laugh everywhere we go. I mean, Andy Chapman when we go to was fucking must dread it. We just there's this jump that they all jump off a bridge that they all jump off in this park. So I was like, take me and George Sawyer, the Dog Destroyer. We came down and it's in the middle of this park and there's like people walking the dogs past and I've got Jordan to take his full kit off where he's chucking out and that and he stood on the top of the thing. So I was like, well, fucking I'm gonna have to do it. So we stood there just completely naked in the middle of the day with Chapman in the middle of Ireland. They must have been thinking, who are these? We just had the piss everywhere, man. It's awesome. Have a right laugh.
Yeah. That's what it's all about, though, man. It's about enjoying yourself. Do you know what I mean? As I said, this sport, Jiu Jitsu especially, I always tell people it's boring to watch. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of times it can be boring to watch,
Yeah, I
but
agree.
it's about how you make it. Do you know what I mean? And if you're having fun and you're going out there enjoying yourself, and not just in the matchup itself, but the lead up to the match or after the match, do you know what I mean? It's just,
Hell yeah.
you've got one life, man. Go out there and just enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. Yeah.
If it's down, flat out. That's what we say. Good crap, man. That's our say.
Yeah.
We have a good laugh everywhere we go.
Brilliant. Obviously, guys, as well, head over to, we've got it going across the bottom there. So, Northern Submission Series, either on Facebook or Instagram. So, definitely go over, give them a like. All the matchups are on Instagram. Okay,
Yeah.
so you'll be able to see the matchups that are planned already. There's some dates as well. The dates for the rest of the year are also up as well. So, you'll be able to plan a trip. Do you know what I mean? Up to Sunderland. So, yeah. So we're all there. What was it? Ant called me a gadgie, right? I remember he said, "Oh, the number one gadgie Stoomboy," and I'm like, "Mate, what's that?" I had to Google what's a gadgie.
The
So,
man, he's a bloke. gadget, but there's different ways you could see it. As if like you just meant a man, like oh, there's a gadget over there, or you could say if someone's a gadget, it means like the dog's bollocks. You know what I mean? He's a gadget. He's tough gangster. You know, like he's a gadget.
Yeah.
Number
I had to
one gadget.
Google it, madam, because obviously gadgie in Scotland means something very different.
Scotland, isn't it? Someone said when I was coaching at Fifth Element, Bobby, he's a Scottish guy who owns Fifth Element in Durham. They used to be Gracie but hard Durham. They're doing really well, like a huge kid thing. And he's Scottish, and so as I say, so somebody called him a gadgie in the gym one day, and he was like, I think he was like offended by it, and he was like, oh, if someone said that where I was from, they'd be in shit, like you know. And I was like, I wonder what that means in Scottish then. I mean, like jobby or something.
It just means like if you're a gadgie, do you know what I mean? It means like you're. I mean, there's different parts of Scotland. Do you know what I mean? Like where I was brought up on the East Coast, it was like if you were a gadgie, you were. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? You wore shit clothes. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? Just crap. You're just rubbish. You're a gadgie. Do you know what I mean? So, but
scare me.
I was just pissing myself, man. I looked at it, I was like, what does it mean? Because obviously I knew it meant something different because of the way he was saying it, and I'm like, yay, Aunt, my man. So,
Actually, like you're the number one tramp. Number one tramp. You know?
Yes, man. Yes. So for you then, Cal. So obviously, again, Northern Submission Series is going to be awesome. Give us your final things then. So what's it you want to do this year? You know, you mentioned obviously a couple already. You talked about Grapple Fest. You've talked about Polaris. What do you want to see yourself doing this year?
I'd like to see myself get another couple of no-gi titles. I think there's talks of me fighting for the Intergrapple title.
Yeah.
That's awesome. For me, to be honest, like obviously Polaris and stuff like that's awesome. Like I've always wanted to do that. You know, we see a little pat in the back when I got the thingy through. I thought, you know what, I'm thought about it and I'm doing it. You know, so I'm proud of myself. And same with Grapple Fest. I was buzzing to get on there. It's a shame I lost me. Well, shame what I'm talking about me first. I've lost both my matches on Grapple Fest. What the fuck? It's the only fights I've lost in being on Grapple Fest. Legit, the 2 losses on my whole Jiu Jitsu career, both Grapple Fest matches.
Yeah.
Fuck. Hopefully I win. Hopefully I'll beat Connor, but he's good. You know, he's tricky. So maybe that's another one. I'm like, who knows? We'll find out. But my main thing is to get obviously the business with Ant, you know, the show Northern Submission Series to where I want it to be. I've got big plans for that, international plans. As I say, there's some real cool places we're really seriously considering doing it, you know, and we will do it. So that gets really excited. But as I say, I would love to fly out and get on one of the big American shows, you know. I would love to get on like is it Fight to Win and stuff like that. I would love to do some stuff like that. I don't know if you know the matchmaker. Drop me a message for you.
Mate, do you know who was on it? Josh Swainston was on it.
Josh Swainston got on it.
Yes, he's bound to know. He's bound to know.
He's a bad Josh. I love Josh.
Yeah. I always love posting their stuff. Ben and Josh. Do you know what I mean? When they go out and do stuff, and I'm like, the Swainston brothers, the brothers of destruction. Do you know what I mean? So they're absolutely on fire. And again, they're obviously big fans, big favourites of Northern Submission Series. So
2 biggest shaggers in the game. You know that. The boys, the Swainsons, man. The whole family, man. They get their uncle sponsors the show. They get a VIP table. They're always super supportive. Like, couldn't have a better bunch of lads on the. Do you know what I mean? You know, why wouldn't we want to be involved with them? Josh and Ben are sick. I love training with them. I train with them quite frequently when they come to Northeast. You know, we get some good rounds in there. We always have a good laugh. So they're the boys. But I fight to win, mate. Fight to win. I'd love to get on a couple of them big American ones if I could. High rollers as well. I'd love to get involved with some of that. I speak to Matt from time to time now and again. I've spoke with them, you know, who owns that. So I'd love to fly out there and get something sorted on one of them. It would be a good buzz for me. Like that, man. Smash it.
We got again one of our favourite people, Joshua Abraham, just saying Sunderland's #1 stiff hipper.
Sunderland's #1 dipper, baby.
So again, look forward to see Joshua back on Northern Submission Series again. So
Different gravy now, Stoomboy, mate. He's fucking mind's in the right place and he's working hard every day, mate. So there'll be some good results come from Josh this year, mate. No doubt.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Always love seeing him. Love seeing him as well. So
Shit, fuck, but he's a legend.
So, Carl, final thing for you then. So, obviously, again, I mean, a lot of people are part of your journey over the years, but anybody in particular you want to shout out to? Friends, family members, teammates, sponsors, anything like that you may have?
For sure, man. Northeast Jiu Jitsu, I was younger, my team train there every day, you know, that's massive help. Rough House and the boys, the team there, we're smashing it, you know. Josh, Abraham, man, thought we were killing it. As I say, Hannah, my family there. Hard Life, my sponsors, you know what I mean? LNC Luxury Valets, Jossie Bullies, Rough House, Hard Life, XS God Gum Shields. Smuggling duds. Just send us some shit from time to time. Send us some bread, baby, and that's it. I'll get boys on that for good, man. Mate, whatever you want, man. That's it. Everyone just top team. Alice Younger, as I say, for life, man. Smashing it. You as well, Stu. Me. Thanks for being part of our show as well. Thanks for what you do. We'll kill it this year, mate. Everyone, that's it.
Always a pleasure. I said that, man. As soon as you said to me, Stoom, come down, let's do this. I'm like, mate, I'm there. I'm there. So,
mate, it's mad as fuck. Obviously in my head I already wanted to be doing it with you anyway, and someone messages actually about saying, oh, you should get Stoomboy involved, and I was like, fucking already wanted him, man. You know what I mean? Stoomi's the head, you know. So mate, as I say, we're buzzing. Me and Anne love having you part of the squad, you know. It's going to be special for us all. We'll fucking do it together. Legend.
Definitely, bro. Well, listen, an absolute pleasure. Anybody that's down in the Northeast, definitely hit up Northeast Jiu Jitsu. I mean, I'd say there's probably no better place to train. I mean, we're talking about some of the top guys in the UK coming out of the Northeast, top shaggers coming out of the Northeast, out of Northeast Jiu Jitsu. So, as a really, really awesome team, and again, all different weight levels. So even if you go in, you're a smaller weight or even a heavier weight. I mean, they've got people in there to cater for everybody. So if you're looking for roles of big guys, small guys, male, female, whatever, head over to Northeast Jiu Jitsu. So I'm going to get down, man. We're going to get some rolling.
Get down, baby. We'll wait for you. Let's go.
Yeah,
we'll
do that. We'll do this, man. We'll definitely do this. I'm going to get a couple of the boys. I know that a couple of the boys up here talked about coming down, Taylor McCann and stuff like that. So
Big Patty, bring him. Andrew Marley, I'd love to train with Andrew. Andrew, Bob, Nesta Marley, my guy. Bring Andrew Marley down.
Yes. We'll get something sorted.
Louis Penny, man. Get Louis down. I'll smoke him up and we'll get some rounds on the gym. We'll get some smoke on, have some sick fucking transitions, and we'll film some mint footage, man. Let's fucking...
No, we'll definitely get something arranged. As I say, definitely get something arranged. Probably summertime. As I say, if I can get these guys and we can get them down, then we'll all just come down. A couple of cars, come down.
Big minivan. Let's go.
Never mind a minivan, man. Just throw them all in the back of a transit van, man. We'll just come.
That's what I meant.
Doors out. But listen, Carl, absolute pleasure. As I said, I've been a big fan of yours, as you know, for years. Absolutely love seeing you. Love spending time with you as well. Obviously, again, we always have a laugh. Always enjoy coming down, spending time with the boys. So looking forward to March 18th. So guys, hit up the Northern Submission Series Facebook page and Instagram. Make sure you do get tickets. 20 to 25 quid for some of the grappling that you're going to get to see. Is fucking
20 quid if you message the page and get your tickets. 25 on.
Yeah. So awesome price, man. Awesome price. But Carl, absolute pleasure as always, brother. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. I'll drop you a little message before Polaris. So, but enjoy the rest of your training, brother. Don't get too wrecked, mate. Don't get too smoked up, man.
Always smoked up, baby. We always. But that's why I fucking smash it, mate. Because every day we didn't change the routine. If we train hard every day, you can go hard, you know. And as I say, we smash it and we push fucking deadly rounds out non-stop. So that's a step ahead, I reckon. So that's why it's all good.
Keep doing what you're doing, brother. Keep doing what you're doing. But I'll see you in a couple of weeks, all right? Take care, bro.
Bye.